welcome to another edition of Creative Gourmet Cooking. I'm Jane Lane, your host, and with me today is my mom, Pat Olson, who is our chef and also the owner of Mary Martha Deli.
Hi, Jane.
I should say, and catering. Hi, Mom. And we decided to do something kind of timely this time. Why is that?
Well, during the filming of this, it is the Chinese New Year when we're filming this. I'm not exactly sure when you're going to see it, but it is the year of the monkey, and by no means am I a Chinese cook, but there are a couple things that I really enjoy doing, and so today I'm going to show you how to do shrimp toast. I'm probably not in Lee and Shin's category, but I'm certainly going to give it a good shot. And then also I'm going to show you how to make up a teriyaki base that you can use many different ways, and I will do some teriyaki chicken breasts for you.
Okay, sounds good.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Well, we have started to let our oil heat, and I'm sure hoping that it will be warm during the taping of this. In the meantime, we will put our shrimp toast together.
Okay.
You have the recipe, I have the ingredients, so we can go too, right?
Okay.
We're going to take shrimp. These are frozen, fully cooked baby shrimp. You can find them in the frozen case in any grocery store. And I think we're going to use about, what, half a pound, Jane?
It says a half a pound of fresh or frozen shrimp.
And we put those in the food processor. And we're going to add to that, I think, what is it?
Onion. Half a cup of chopped green onion with tops.
Okay, so I have done it all. I've chopped them. I'm putting those in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Quarter cup of all-purpose flour.
Okay. Put that in.
Quarter cup of water.
I have measured my water. Okay.
And 1 egg.
1 egg. There we go.
1 tablespoon cornstarch.
Cornstarch.
My job is tough here.
Is it tough? Well, we assembled it ahead of time.
1 teaspoon of salt.
And a little bit of?
Pepper.
How about some sugar?
Oh, sugar. Quarter teaspoon sugar.
Oh, got it, Jane. Real tough job we got here. And then to add just a little bit of flavor, we're going to add?
Quarter teaspoon of sesame oil.
Sesame oil.
Did you get the white pepper there, Pat?
Nutty flavor. Pardon?
Did you get the white pepper?
No, I didn't, and I don't know if I can find it. I don't think so. We'll leave it go at this point. Okay?
Got you there, Pat.
All I'm going to do is, again, turn it on and chop it up so that it's in little pieces. I'm going to look at it.
Now, if you don't have food processor, how do you get it munchy like that? You know, kind of.
Take a knife and chop the baby shrimp up in little pieces, doing the same thing with everything else, and then just mix it by hand. Just mix it up.
Mix it by hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem with that.
This day and age, it pays to have a food processor.
Oh, I'm not sure. Could we have that dish that's over there, Jane? The one,
this one?
No, the one over there in the sink there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to put this mixture in a bowl so that it's easily seen. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the shrimp should look like that, the mixture. And then we're going to take, which I call a white plastic bread, very dry white bread. And
why do you call it white plastic bread?
Because there's no value to this bread for you, none. If you don't use a good whole wheat or some kind of grain bread, the white plastic bread, there's not a lot of, just a lot of calories. They're really not very good.
Tastes good though.
Well, that's true.
When it's soft.
I'm taking off all of the crust.
Could you use wheat bread with this?
I don't know why not. I never have.
Just a thought, you know, if you don't really like white bread.
Then I'm going to cut this into quarters. And I think I have, what, 4 pieces?
5.
5 pieces of bread here.
So you have 20 altogether.
Then we're going to take and put a little bit of this on each piece.
Might be help me have a little smaller spoon.
Oh, it's okay. We can do
Okay.
it. Now, the test is to see if this is hot enough.
Oh, upside down.
Flip it upside down. It will kind of flip upside down by itself, I think, anyway.
Because it's heavy, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to help me
Right,
help you do
another
that?
one. If you notice, the shrimp just adheres to the bread, and hopefully it doesn't really fall apart.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of oil? Just any kind of oil?
I use a regular oil. You can use a peanut oil, saffron oil, but I use the vegetable oil today.
Well, I didn't realize shrimp toast was so easy to make.
Aren't they easy?
Yeah.
This is not one of your low-calorie meals at all, I'm afraid.
Well, that's all right. Sometimes you need that.
When it starts to get a little bit brown, we can flip them over. I think they need a little bit longer. Thank you.
I do cook too, but I let you have the stardom on the show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Actually, I do a lot of baking.
Jane does cook. She does cook here at the deli.
And everybody's laughing in the background. How come? I didn't realize that these were so easy. I think most people would really like these, that Spinelli and Chin's or other places would make them if they knew it was this easy.
Do we want to put these
Is
on?
this Chinese? I would
Shrimp
think
toast?
it's at Chin's, Lane
Yeah.
Chin's, so I would think it would be.
I would think that it's Chinese. I have some Vietnamese friends, and I don't know that they've ever talked about it.
No, not
Have
that I
they?
know
To
of.
you?
Mm-mm.
No. Very easy. First time I saw this, I thought, you got to be kidding. It can't be this easy for these to be. But it is.
This makes about how much?
Well, how many have we done?
We
here?
got about 20 so far, and we got a little bit left over.
Then I suppose it's going to make
25
maybe
maybe.
pieces.
Okay. Do you want a plate for
Yeah,
those?
let's put them on a plate.
Okay.
I want to try and get all of them done. Well, the crew here today will be upset with me because they won't
No,
get
we're going
their-
to take these home for dinner tonight.
Oh, we're taking these home for dinner, and the crew doesn't get any today? Oh, they're not going to be happy with us. Okay, here we go. These are things that would be fun to do at a party where you're all standing around doing some cooking and talking, because these are much better if you eat them
fresh.
very fresh.
Yeah.
So I am sure you could make them ahead and then just reheat them in the oven. I wouldn't reheat them in a microwave, but you could probably do it in an oven.
This is definitely an appetizer, right?
Definitely an appetizer. I don't think that you could eat them at a... But whenever I go to the wonderful local Lee and Chin's restaurant, it's the first thing I get. I love the shrimp toast. So now, Susie, if you're watching, this was the easy way of doing shrimp toast. She thought that it was some hidden dark secret.
Susie, our
Susie, the
Saturday
one-
person?
Susie, our Saturday person. And I told her that I would show her how to do them. So,
Oh, they smell good, too.
if you like to get them darker, just leave them in a little longer.
Could you put like a little shrimp on top to decorate them?
Oh, yeah.
I know it's Lee and Chin's, you always see a little shrimp on them.
And I think that they do. They leave a whole shrimp and put it embedded in the top. But
They look nice though, like that.
they really do.
What's our whole meal today? It's going to be shrimp toast.
And then we're going to do a teriyaki chicken breast. And then also,
Rice.
I would suggest having rice, of course, with it. Some broccoli. They use a lot of broccoli. And then, as always, the fortune cookie or an almond cookie. They do a lot with almond cookies, too.
Okay.
Okay? Well, I'm going to turn this off.
So you're almost done. Well, that was quick.
Wasn't that quick?
You don't have to do too much for that recipe.
It would be nice if you could drain them on some toweling too, but
Yeah.
we have a piece of paper under here. So, there we go. You want
Okay.
to take that,
Let's see if I can artfully do this.
artfully do this. Don't those look wonderful? Next thing I'm going to show is the making of the teriyaki sauce itself. It makes a half a gallon. We can keep it. I think you can keep teriyaki sauce for months.
Yeah, I know at the deli we use it for so many different things. So the next item we're going to do is teriyaki sauce.
There you go, Jane.
Okay.
And a bowl for me. And do I have a wire whisk? The teriyaki sauce is really quite simple to make. If you could get me 3 cups of hot water in there, I would appreciate that. I'm going to move this over so that I don't get burned. Okay. 3 cups. You're almost there. Okay. This is also one that you don't need to measure very closely. At least I don't. It helps if you do. In that, we're going to put 3 cups of brown sugar. There's a lot of 3s in this. 3 cups of brown sugar, 3 cups of water, and 3 cups of soy sauce. Then I'm going to pack down the brown sugar.
Okay.
Oops, I got a little bit too much there. That's approximately 3. Going to put that in there and stir it around to get it melted. It's probably the only trick in this whole recipe. But it's a wonderful teriyaki. You can do marinate chicken wings in there, chicken kebabs in there, beef kebabs. Oh yeah. Okay, I think it's pretty much melted. Then we're going to add the 3
cups of soy sauce.
Soy sauce. I use kikkoman, but you can use any kind of soy sauce. I don't think that it really matters. There's also a light soy sauce.
Tamari sauce?
No.
Tamari's a little bit lighter, too light?
But there is a light soy if you want it.
Okay.
After that, we're going to put in a little bit of ginger. If you have fresh ginger, it would be better to use that. I don't have any today, but if you do have fresh, just cut it up and chop it up into...
that was 1 tablespoon.
Was that 1 tablespoon? Okay.
Approximately.
Approximately.
Okay.
And I'm going to mix that in.
1/4 cup of wine.
Okay, and I use just a plain white wine. If you don't want to use that, use a white wine vinegar if you didn't want to use the real wine, but I had it, so I used it. We have some chopped garlic, about
2 tablespoons.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
2 tablespoons. The more garlic, the better flavor that there is.
Pineapple juice.
Then we have a can of pineapple juice that I'm going to open. And we're going to put in about a cup.
Oh, 1 cup.
About. Guess how much I'm measuring here. That looks about.
It's the art of a good cook, right?
Yeah. Something like that. I thought the art of a good cook was to use sesame seeds.
Oh, really?
Sure. Anyway, here is the soy sauce, the teriyaki sauce.
That's it.
That's it. And it will stay forever in your refrigerator. And if you want to have a teriyaki chicken breast or any of that, I would marinate it for 24 hours before you want to use it.
Now this approximately would be enough to cover what?
Oh, my goodness, a lot. You could do for a party for 8 people with all of the chicken breast marinating in it.
Okay, so you basically, if you want it, you could cut this recipe in half if you only have 2 or 3 people for dinner or whatever.
Right. This makes a half a gallon. But remember, you can keep it in your refrigerator for a long, long time. Earlier today, I had put my some chicken breast in the teriyaki sauce so that we could pull them out. Oops. There we go. All I've done is take a boneless and skinless chicken breast and marinated it for about 24 hours.
Would it matter if it had bones in it or not?
No, you can do that. It's
you
just
can marinate the bones. It's just easier to eat.
Easier to eat this way.
Teriyaki, I think, is liked by most people. I don't know, there's too many people that don't like teriyaki. If it's too overpowering, it can be...
I think.
bad, but
I think I only did, yep, I only did 5. And what we're going to do is I'm going to put those in the oven for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. Again, it doesn't take as long as they think it's going to take. They cook fairly rapidly, and you don't want to overdo them because then they lose all of their moisture and their tenderness. So
okay.
I'm going to put these in. Okay?
At what degrees? 350?
Yes, you can go about 375 would be a little bit better.
Now what we're going to do is show you the menu for today, and it's called A Taste of the Orient is our dinner, and it's called shrimp toast for your hors d'oeuvre, and then you're going to do teriyaki chicken breasts with broccoli, steamed rice, fortune cookies, and a fruit compote. And also what we'd like to do is tell you where you can write in for recipes. You can write in to me, Jane M. Lane. I'm the producer of the show at Mary Martha Deli. We're located at 4300 Bryant Avenue South, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 55409. Please send a self-addressed stamped envelope for the recipes that you request. Tell me exactly the recipe you want. If you want all of them, that's great. If you just want one, that's fine too. Also, let me know what channel you're seeing this on, because I'm kind of curious as to where everybody's watching this. It's showing on several different channels, so let me know that if you can. When we come back, we're going to show you how to make the thicker teriyaki sauce, right? And show you what the whole meal is, and we'll tell you where you can write into recipes one more time. So let's take a break now, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
You may not think the gas you can save makes a difference, or the amount your whole neighborhood can save, or even your whole town. But when you see how much gas America can save every day, when we all drive just 5 miles per hour slower, it's easy to see how the little bit you can do makes a lot of difference. President Bush hopes you'll do your part. Drive smart.
Hi, welcome back to our Oriental show. Now we've put our chicken breasts in the oven, and we've made our shrimp toast. What's next, Mom?
Now I have to go back to the oven and get them.
Okay.
During the break, I am sure that they have finished.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they
For
have.
about 10 or 15 minutes you put them in? They look good.
Don't they look good? What we're going to do is we'll put a couple on the plate,
Okay.
artistically on the plate, and then we'll leave it set there so that you can see that. Don't get burned here, Jenny.
I won't.
And I'm going to thicken some of the teriyaki sauce that I had made up earlier. All I did was put some in a saucepan here and turn it on, and it started to get warm. And to thicken it, all I'm taking is some cornstarch and in some cold water. Always use cold water.
How much?
Oh, it doesn't really matter. I probably got way too much here to thicken the little bit I have. Probably a tablespoon or two and some water would be enough for this small amount. But now all you have to do, and I don't know if Todd is going to be able to get this, I'm going to put it in there and let it, and after it cooks a while, it will get thick. And also, it will turn back to the same color that it was before.
Teriyaki, where's that come from, really? Do you know?
I think it's Japanese.
Oh.
I think teriyaki mostly is Japanese. When you think of the teriyaki houses and the restaurants about town, I think most of it is Japanese, where they're sukiyaki, and almost always they'll have something teriyaki on the menu.
Actually, you know, we're doing this in February, which is the Chinese New Year.
Right.
But I know I was reading today that says that the whole springtime is considered the New Year for the.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize
And
that.
you could go out and have, you know, Chinese, Vietnamese, any type of Oriental food and celebrate the New Year.
New Year with them.
Yep.
Well, I think that you should try not only the Japanese, the Chinese, but try the Vietnamese.
We've tried Korean.
Yes, the Korean food. There's a Korean restaurant in Minneapolis. Don't remember the name of it, but I think it's good to try their foods. Their culture is very thick in their heritage of wonderful foods that they have used over centuries. And you will always have rice. I think that that's their staple.
Typical, yeah. It's like
just
potatoes.
like the potato is here. But then the Vietnamese, because of the French being in there, occupying their country for so long, have a little bit of a French flavor to their menus. I noticed that they use a little bit more sauces. They make a sandwich.
They like soups. They like a lot of soups.
Oh,
That's
they
typical
love lots
French.
of soup. And they also have the French bread, and they make, I don't know if you've ever had it, but the sandwich they have.
Yes, they have a French bread pork sandwich.
I just love. Excellent. Just when you want this to thicken up very quickly. It doesn't.
So typically, this type of meal, is this a heavy meal? Would you consider the teriyaki? It's kind of a lightweight.
All the Oriental foods have very lightweight meals. They very rarely serve a bread product. The salads are usually very, very light and very small. They love to use a lot of the fresh herbs and greens.
Lettuce,
you'll see a lot of cilantro in almost everything they cook. Well, it's getting thick.
Okay.
We have a spoon here. Sure. There we go. All I'm going to do, if you notice,
It's getting thick.
yep. If you want it thicker than that, that's fine. But all I'm going to do is take some of this and just pour over the top.
It smells really good.
Does it smell good? And then, better take this off the burner. To give it a little bit more color, I'm going to take some green onions and chop them up along with the greens. And just
Garnish them.
garnish it. Along with this meal, and I don't know who's catching that plate, you would always have a bowl of rice, and just steamed rice. They don't, usually unless they take the rice the next day and make a fried rice, they have just plain steamed rice with their meal.
Usually, typically, the rice is always in a bowl, too.
Always.
A lot of the times that they'll take their meat or whatever, their vegetable, and they'll take it and put it on top of the rice in the bowl, and they'll eat it.
Eat it up.
It's typical.
With this, I would also serve at the end of the meal just an almond cookie, or they like canned fruits too, and different kind of lychee nuts, those kind of different fruits. And if you go to an Oriental grocery store, and there are several around in Minneapolis, they have an awful lot of wonderful fruits in cans, and just open it up and have it with a cookie.
Okay.
Top of the
Now,
meal.
what would you drink with something like this?
Boy,
Tea?
lots of tea, always. Sake is Japanese. Plum wine is a wine. It's a very heavy wine, and because the food is so light, you can use a heavier wine.
Okay.
And it's a red wine. I like the plum wine and enjoy it with a meal.
What I think is so great about this whole menu is that the teriyaki sauce can be kept for
a long
long
time.
periods of time. How do you know when it goes bad?
I don't know, because we've never had it go bad on us. Probably if a lot of the sediment gets on the bottom of your
And it gets
container
grainy.
and it gets grainy, it's time to throw it out. But there's nothing in it that won't hurt and preserves well. So use it over and over again. Marinate your whatever you're going to, and then save the rest of it.
Well, I think everybody should go out and at least celebrate the Chinese New Year, if
So do
not
I.
our New Year. You know, it doesn't have to be Chinese New Year, but try some. There's some great Oriental restaurants all over the Twin Cities.
Oh,
you
all
know,
over.
whatever kind of food you like, you know, try anything. But we gave you some easy recipes.
It's fun to do chicken wings in this sauce. It's also, take the chicken breast, cut it into strips, put it on a stick, marinate it in the sauce, and
And
then
have
take
kebabs.
it out and have kebabs. If you want to make it a little bit more professional, put what I've always said that a good caterer does and put sesame seeds on top of the chicken.
And you can arrange the kebabs really nice on a plate.
tray.
They stick up once you start rolling them
and
into
they can
the
be
center.
at room temperature, which is really great too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm going to tell you where you can write in for recipes one last time. Write to me, Jane M. Lane. I'm the producer of the show, and you write to Mary Martha Deli. We're located at 4300 Bryant Avenue South, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 55409. Please send a self-addressed stamped envelope with the request of what recipe that you would like in particular. If you want them all, we'll send all to you. They're not necessarily all on the same sheet of paper, so let me know which recipe you'd like. Also, let me know what channel you're watching this on. I'm kind of curious as to where everybody's catching the show, so if you can remember to do that, I'd appreciate that a lot. I know on the last show we had just tons of requests for different type of recipes, and we've done a couple of things that we thought everybody would like. If you have a request, let us know what your request is.
I would love it.
Yeah, get some ideas. But I want to say thanks, Mom, again for a great meal.
Well, I enjoy working with you, Jay.
And I'm sure we'll be back in a couple more months with a new show. Thanks for joining us.
Goodbye.